I went from 0K months to 50K months in just a few years on YouTube. And it wasn't because I got lucky or went viral or hacked the algorithm. It's because I followed a simple 4-step system that I'm going to share with you today. So let's dive in. Now, I'm going to go over this one as fast as possible because I feel like everyone on YouTube talks about this. So I'm going to go through it really quick and then get to the more advanced stuff. But it is really important. Of course, when you start a channel, especially if you want to make money, you need to be aligned on your niche and who your channel is for. And you need that to be aligned with what it is that you want to eventually sell. So for example, I knew that I wanted to teach people about digital products. So I made sure that my channel was about digital products from day one. And if you don't yet know what your niche or digital product topic should be, go ahead and download my digital product discovery bot totally for free in the link in the description below this video. Let's get into the more advanced tips now. So one of the truths of how I went from 0 to 50K months on YouTube is getting my viewers off of YouTube and onto my email list, because the real money is made in your email list. I mean, for example, did you know that email marketing converts 40 times more than selling on social media alone? So yes, of course, you can sell your digital products to your YouTube audience, but you are going to sell a heck of a lot more if you move those viewers to email subscribers. So let's talk about how to do that. So just like we talked about earlier, you gotta know your niche and who your channel is for. That way you can align what you're selling with your channel. That's how you're gonna get to those 50K plus months. And in order to move those viewers to email subscribers, you gotta have a freebie. Okay, now a freebie is just like what I mentioned earlier about my digital product idea discovery bot. Now that is a freebie. I talked about it earlier in this video and I said you can go ahead and get it for free in the link in the description below. So what I do is I create like 2 to 3 freebies that are going to attract my ideal people, and I link those in the description below. Now, a freebie is just a short and sweet digital product that is going to get someone a result and hopefully make them the right person to purchase your digital product. So for example, I know that my students in Freedom Creator Club, they get results way faster when they know what their niche and digital product idea should be. So that is why I created my digital product idea discovery bot, because I know that this is going to help people. It's going to move my viewers to email subscribers, and it's going to get them closer to being that perfect ideal person for my Freedom Creator Club membership. So what you want to do is create 1 to 3 freebies of your own that your ideal people would be interested in, and that would get them a really short little quick win. And then you can tell them, hey, the link's in the description below. They're going to put in their name and their email address to get that freebie. And then in turn, they're going to get onto your email list. So this is how you're going to move your YouTube viewers to email subscribers. Not only are you going to make way more money this way, but this way you actually own your following and you're not just renting them on a social media platform like YouTube. You actually have control over your email list. It is yours, and it can't just be easily shut down like what could happen on a social media platform like YouTube or Instagram. And now the cool thing is you don't need tons and tons and tons of email subscribers to make your first or next sale, okay? But you do need some. So if you're not implementing this now, then start as soon as you can. Because the truth is that YouTube doesn't pay me $50,000 a month. In fact, I make $5,000 a month from AdSense and about $2,000 a month from brand deals. So if I wasn't selling digital products, I would only be making about $7,000 revenue per month. And that is before expenses, before taxes, right? That is not enough to make a full-time living. Digital products is where I make 99.9% of my income, and I cannot recommend it enough for creators. I have met so many creators with way bigger followings than me, and they're like, I'm just scraping by. And I'm like, well, how are you making money? And they're like, AdSense and brand deals. That's not enough. You have to have your own product. And the best thing is with a digital product, you don't have to deal with shipping, stock, inventory, none of that. You get a digital product that you create once and you can sell it over and over an unlimited amount of times without dealing with all those headaches of like shipping and inventory and all of that crap. And the best part is your people are already coming to your channel to learn, right? So if they want to learn from you on a deeper level, they can simply purchase your digital product. So digital product just pairs so nicely with a YouTube channel. So you might be thinking, okay, well, how many digital products did you have to make to get to 50K months? Are you ready to hear this? One. One main digital product. And sure, we have a couple little upsells that go with our funnel, okay? But those only bring in about 30 to 50K a year, whereas our one digital product brings in like 40 some thousand per month. So it really comes from that one main digital product. And that is my membership, Freedom Creator Club. But you don't have to have a membership. Look, I've made over $9 million with digital products to date. Digital products like courses, ebooks, workshops, and of course, memberships. Any of these can work. It's all about the positioning and the result you can actually get them in the program. It doesn't actually matter about the type of digital product that you choose. You can choose whatever works best for you. So I started growing on YouTube. I moved those viewers to email subscribers with my freebies, and then I moved those email subscribers to a checkout page, which just simply says what the digital product is, what it can help you with, what's included, and then people can put in their name, their payment information, and actually buy your digital product, and then you can deliver it to them automatically. Now, to do things like the checkout page and to deliver the digital product automatically, I use something called system.io. You can get a totally free account in the link in the description below my video. I don't own it or anything like that, but I am a user that loves it, so I do have an affiliate link below. And that's really all you have to do to start making sales. But let's talk about how to get to 6 figures, 50K months. Okay, let's say you have your channel growing. Let's say you have your email list growing. Let's say you have your digital product ready to sell. Okay, how do you actually scale up to 6 figures, those 50K plus months, right? Well, really quickly before I dive into that, if you want my full free on-demand workshop of how I grow my email list, find the right digital product, launch it, and then of course, sell it for consistent sales, go ahead and register for my totally free on-demand training. It's one of the first links in the description below this video. Okay, so when we talk about scaling up, there's a lot of different levers that you can pull, but there are 2 main levers in order to make more money. And again, it is not making more products. I repeat, it is not making more products, okay? The 2 main levers that you can pull are traffic and conversion. Okay. So if you want more sales, you're already growing on YouTube, you've already growing your email list, you've already made some sales with your digital product, but you want more, you want to get to 6 figures. What you can do is simply send more traffic to your checkout page. So grow your YouTube channel more. Maybe you've already hit 6 figures and you want to throw in, some ads or another social media profile. Or for me, we actually created a separate YouTube channel recently for the business. So we have my YouTube channel, and then we have a separate channel called Freedom Creator for the business, where we hired content creators for that. And that's one of the ways that we're going to increase traffic. So we're increasing traffic by me just simply getting better at YouTube, making more videos, getting more views on my videos, but then also creating a second channel that other people are going to create content for to bring in traffic for our digital product that way as well. So that's one of the levers. The other level is conversion. So let's say out of every 100 people that go to your checkout page, 2 people buy. Okay, so that's 2%. Well, what if we try and increase that to 5% and we get now 5 people to buy for every 100 that goes to your page? That's more than doubling the amount of sales that you're getting for every 100 people that goes to your checkout page. Now, there's different ways you can increase your conversion. You can work on split testing the checkout page with different copywriting, different graphics, different things like that. You can also look at, okay, who are our best buyers? What do they have in common? And how can we attract more of those people? Start making videos, not just for who you think your ideal client is, but who your ideal client actually is that's actually buying. Because if you can get more buyers watching your videos, then you're going to get more potential buyers to your checkout page and get more sales. You can also increase sales by doing things like partnerships. You can have an affiliate program. There are so many ways to increase your traffic and conversion. Some other ways for conversion is you could add a live challenge that promotes your digital product. You could add a sales page. You could add a webinar. You could make an automated webinar funnel. This is where most people go wrong. They think they need more digital products to make more sales, but there are so many other levers that you can pull. You could simply just try making your program better and better so you get more word of mouth, right? You can get more traffic by doing more conversion events like a webinar or a checkout page, or you can get more leads by tapping into other social media channels or ads or hiring content creators. Like, there's so many different projects you can do within just simply scaling that one digital product. Now let's talk about the levers that I pulled and how we actually went from 0K to 50K months. So I started out with a small YouTube channel, a small email list, and launching one digital product, and that is my membership Freedom Creator Club. And that was less than 3 years ago. And we were able to get to 10K months very quickly. All I did was I decided I'm gonna launch this digital product over 5 days. I'm gonna send 2 emails every single day and 3 emails on the last day. And that is how we got our founding members into the program. We started it at $49 $49 a month or $297 a year, I believe it was. And that's how we got those founding members. And for the first year after getting those founding members, all I focused on was growing my YouTube channel. That's it. So I had the membership made. I sold in those first founding members. And then the whole rest of the year, all I did was focus on making more YouTube videos, better YouTube videos, growing my channel and growing my traffic. And we were able to break 6 figures in that first year with just a YouTube channel, an email list, and a simple little checkout page. That is it. And if you're more of a beginner, I want you to really listen closely to that, because I have so many students be like, I need an automated webinar funnel, and they've never made one sale. Like, no. You do not need an automated webinar funnel. Like, why would you make more work for yourself? That is not what you need to get to 6 figures. What you need to get to 6 figures is a traffic source, a product to sell, and a checkout page. Like, literally, that is it. That is what you need to get to 6 figures. Then the next year, instead of creating a new digital product, I decided let's do a conversion event, AKA a webinar. So in January of the next year, we did a live webinar. Okay, I did it twice in 1 week. So 2 live webinars, and we had over 1,000 people register for that. I did the live webinars. They converted awesome. We had an influx of cash. It was great, a super great launch. But then what we were able to do is we were able to take that webinar that we did live in Webinar Jam and evergreen it using Ever Webinar. So all you need to do is click one little switch button and it makes your live webinar into an automated evergreen webinar. And then we made an automated webinar funnel. So all that is an opt-in page where people can put in their name and their email address to then watch your webinar on demand. Now, about 50% of that webinar is value and about 50% of the webinar is inviting them into my membership. And so at the end, they can go to the checkout page and buy if they'd like to. And of the people that register for my automated webinar funnel, 5% of them purchase, which is really great. Industry standard is 1 to 2%. So then that whole next year, okay, year 2, that is all I did. Was I just focused on sending more traffic to that automated webinar funnel. So I didn't make more products. I didn't go on more social channels. I didn't run ads. I didn't do any of that. I simply created a second conversion event. So I started with a checkout page and focusing on more traffic. Then I added a webinar. And then I focused on, you guessed it, more traffic. So I focused on getting my YouTube channel from 100K views a month to 400K views a month. Now, you can imagine by increasing our conversion and having a webinar funnel and 4xing our traffic, we obviously got a lot more sales. The end of that year, we went from 100K sales to 220K sales. So we more than doubled our sales. Now we are in the present year, okay? So for this year, we started January again with another series of live webinars. Now I didn't start over from scratch. I didn't change the webinar. All I did was I looked at the data. I looked at what was working and I kept what was working. I looked at what was kind of converting low and I decided to try some new things to improve those conversions. So all I did was take what was already working and improve it. We did that live. We had an influx of cash. We did like a 40K launch. And then we simply focused again on what? More traffic. So that is what we've been doing this year, is just solely focusing on more traffic. So I've been improving and growing my channel. We added a second channel with content creators. We improved our conversion rate. We improved the webinar, the whole funnel. I also created a 9-month-long automated email sequence so that even once they get on our email list, they have 9 whole months to get more nurture content and more sales content automatically. So I'm only doing a live launch once per year, and the rest of the year, everything sells on auto evergreen, so I can pull those levers of traffic. I hope this is relieving to hear, because before you hit $1 million a year in revenue, business is simple. Okay, it really truly is. One product, one conversion event, one traffic source. Notice how I haven't posted on Instagram in years. I don't even have a Twitter account. I don't even have a TikTok account. Like, I am focused on YouTube, and focus truly is the key to getting to that 6 or 7 figure mark. One product, one traffic source, one conversion event. And this year we're on track to do $600,000 in revenue. So we're going to go from $220,000 in revenue to $6,000. It might even be more, honestly. Our months have been very consistent, but we have really been putting in the time and effort to do things like create that second channel that literally has had its first video go live today. So we've really been putting a lot of time in behind the scenes that is going to start showing up in our numbers and things we do publicly very soon. So that is how I went from 0 to 50K months. It is genuinely not as complicated, I bet, as you are thinking. So not multiple products, just keeping things really simple, really focused, improving what we have, and really pulling those two main levers of traffic and conversion. And really quickly, the other day, we had a student who had been in Freedom Creator Club for 6 months actually decide to cancel their membership. Totally get it. They came in, they got what they wanted, right? They said their favorite thing about the program was the modules, the learning, the videos, right? They specifically said the YouTube for Passive Profits module was their favorite and they learned a lot. We also asked them, okay, well, how could we improve the program? Like, what else would you want? And this person said more hacks. Well, this really brought up something for me, and I am here to announce that I am not a hacks person, okay? I am not a hacks person. In fact, I don't believe in them. I don't believe in like these little tiny like magic pill fixes for your business that will make it go viral and grow overnight. Like just, turn on this one little button in your settings and you'll be a millionaire tomorrow. Like those things don't work, okay? They work great on YouTube titles and thumbnails to get people to click on your videos, okay? But they don't actually work in business. What works in business? Focus, simplicity, scaling based on pulling a couple levers like traffic and conversion. Don't be fooled. Don't be thinking that there's some magic pill or some little hack or some little tiny setting that you're missing. You're not missing any of those things. You are not missing hacks. How businesses are built is by doing that boring shit, okay? I hate to break it to you, but it is about consistency. It is about doing more of what's working and less of what's not, rinsing and repeating, staying focused, staying simple. So getting a digital product selling. Okay, then do more of that. Getting a traffic source working like YouTube. Okay, now do more of that. That is how you're going to get to a 7-figure a year business. And if you want to work with me and my team on how to grow your YouTube channel, create your digital product, come up with what is actually going to sell, like a profitable digital product idea, and of course, how to actually sell your digital product consistently for consistent income, then go ahead, watch that free on-demand training that I talked about. It's one of the first links in the description below this video. And now that you know how I went from 0 to 50K months on YouTube, you might be wanting even more inspiration on how you can continue to grow your YouTube channel now that you know how dang important traffic is, right? But how do you do that? Well, it all starts with watching this video next here, because when you pair what you just learned with what's in this video, it's going to be way more powerful. See you in the next video.